Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm talking about Arrow, and this was such an explosive episode. Very excited to talk about it. This is the second to last episode until the finale, so last episode, this episode, and the next episode are all on the same night. And a lot of this, I would say, is building up to, again, the finale, to this final battle, to an army going against Slade's army. But it's also just a lot of great character interactions I personally have been waiting for. And that's something I really loved about this episode and could be the perfect second to last episode to get to this finale because of it. So let's go character by character. We get to see some great interaction between Laurel and Oliver. Laurel says, hey, save the city. We get to see Laurel use the bow, which I was really excited, and I thought that was really good. You know, I thought that was really good for Laurel's character, just kind of getting more into the action, and she really does that here. And I think she's such now a sympathetic character. She balances people out in a weird way, so good for Laurel, just redeeming herself in these last couple of episodes. Really happy to see that. I think she really made a 360, so seeing her in this episode, again, just level characters like Oliver and Sarah, she did a great job here. And now we get to see that Oliver's trying to get the cure. And even, you know, Slade, everyone gets the cure before him. But Blood is like, hey, you're destroying the city. And Slade's like, yeah, I'm destroying the city, but this is my city. So he actually brings the cure back to Oliver. And now Oliver has a cure, but what will he do with it? Because there's a lot of time management with this episode, with this night. Because Argus is going to destroy Starling City. That way the country's safe. Starling City might not be, but the country will be. So Oliver has until the end of the night to destroy Slade. Now it'll be the end of the next episode. That's something we're seeing, but will Oliver be able to use the cure? How will this work? And will he use this on the whole army? I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, Blood does cross Slade. Of course, Ravager's like, yeah, you're dead. Cuts him open, he's dead. Which I thought that was a great Ravager moment. I'm really looking forward to more Isabel. We got to see more Isabel in this episode, which is great to see. Which, again, I'll get more into as I'm done talking about the story. Yeah, with Laurel and Sarah, they finally encounter each other. Sarah says, you don't know what I've been through. And Laurel's like, but your name was the Canary then. Like, that's such a beautiful name. You must be a hero. And I think Laurel's really giving the brighter side to Sarah. And, you know, Sarah's been such a darker character, always doesn't give herself the benefit of the doubt. And Laurel's a really good balance for Sarah in this episode. Because now the Lance family is together. I think if there's any happy moments in this episode, it's the Lance family being together, being happy together, even though all this is going on around them, because they all know each other's secrets. Quentin becomes detective again. He's the head of this whole entire police involvement with Slade. So again, the Lance family surprisingly is happy in this whole entire situation, even though obviously things are going wrong, but the Lance family is intact. And then my favorite part, Thea and Malcolm. We get to see finally that interaction with each other because Malcolm saves Thea. And I actually wrote a script for a Speedy episode for Thea. I'm in a writing for television class, and it's interesting because I'm writing it now. I'm up to the second half, and my first half had a lot of the same interactions. A little bit more Mora in there, but a lot of the same interactions. So I'm just like, I did that, I wrote that. So it's kind of interesting to see that, and I probably will have my script up maybe like a week from now on Comic Frontline, the blogger, so you could go check that all out, because it's really fun to write, because Thea is definitely my favorite character of the show. It's surprising to say that, but I love what she can be. So yeah, but going back to the actual interaction in the show, we get to see, does Thea trust Malcolm, and Malcolm trying to get Thea's trust. And I love that Malcolm says, and again in my script I wrote the same thing, Malcolm says, I see the pain in your eyes. We're kind of similar. And Thea does not want to accept Malcolm at all. That's her father. She doesn't want to accept it though. And there's a cliffhanger that ends with Thea shooting somebody. Is it her father? I'm going to already say it's not. I already know it's not, because I saw an interview with Barrowman, and he said he's in the finale, so he's not dead. I'm sure, you know, Thea saw something in the background and shot at that person. Probably someone from, you know, I could even say Ravager, but I don't think it would be Ravager. It'd be fun if it was Ravager, but it's probably one of the minions or whatever, the Mir crew that she shot. But she's being proactive, so good for her. But I thought the funniest part is that Thea has the gun pointed at Malcolm, and Malcolm's like, you might want to take the safety off. She's like, okay. So it's interesting to see that Thea wants to be proactive. Of course, you know, she's not trained to do any of these things. But again, they're playing on that. They're playing on, you know, Thea being in this world, but she's still a 19-year-old kid, a 19-year-old teenager. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But since I told about the whole story, let's get into characters. What did I like? I really liked this episode. Again, I thought it was a very good penultimate episode. It's a very good second to last episode until we get to that finale. Because, again, it doesn't really build up story. I would say nothing too crazy happens with the story. No really twist. But I like that because this is an episode that we needed. A lot of character interactions before the finale. Because you know there's going to be a lot of action. We might not have time for these chit-chats. So we do get to see a lot of character interaction. Also want to mention the Olicity interaction. I'm an Olicity fan, so seeing that, we all know that Felicity's probably going to be the one targeted, and they keep saying the one you love the most, and you know, it's kind of being obvious that it's going to be Felicity that's going to be targeted, but I love that, because maybe Oliver and Felicity will, you know, admit their feelings, and I know that the episode is supposed to end in I love you, so I have a feeling it's going to be Felicity, and I'm super excited for that as an Olicity fan. I know some of you guys are not Olicity fans, but I know it's like half and half, so I'm a very big Olicity fan, so hopefully we'll see that with the next episode, or at least the next season, heighten that. Or is it too soon to have Olicity? That is a question also. But yeah, I was surprised with a lot of characters here. I really love that Laurel and Sarah had that interaction. I think Sarah needed it. And I can't wait to see both of them more in action. And maybe, I don't see Laurel, again, I still don't see Laurel as Black Canary, combat-wise. But I really, again, I like that Laurel had that brighter side, and I see her helping Sarah become a new person. And she doesn't even know about the League of Assassins, so when Laurel learns a little bit more about Sarah, what's going to be her opinion? Will this even put Sarah even more of a pedestal? Now she's finally understanding, yeah, I was angry at Sarah, but I have to understand what Sarah went through, and she's starting to now. Really impressed with the Lance family here. But yeah, with the Thea thing, I want to talk about it, I really do. So let's go in a little bit detail with Thea. I love that Malcolm was the one to save Thea, and I love the interaction between both of them. I love that Thea didn't accept Malcolm. It's like, oh no, you saved me. She's like, no, you're a monster. I thought you were dead. Wait, why are you not dead? And who the hell are you, you know, dressed as? So I really like that, and I think by the end of this season, I think what we've all guessed is that next episode we'll see Thea again be a little proactive, maybe pick up a bow. I hope so. That's one of my predictions, is that she already knows archery because those archery trophies in the pilot, so I have a feeling she already does know archery, and she says she had great aim in the season finale from season 1. But I really do think she is going to be semi-proactive, especially with Roy into the battle. I'm sure he's going to be cured by the next episode because he's walking up to the army in the promo. But I really think that Thea is going to go with Malcolm, and Malcolm's going to train her. Because Malcolm's like, I've lost so many people, I can't have weakness. And he's going to push Thea. He's going to really push Thea to her limit. And she's going to accept it. Because she's like, yeah, you really are the only one that didn't lie to me. And you're accepting me. So, and I want to protect myself. So I feel like Thea, by this summer break, that will be her training. And she'll become something else. Speedy, a version of Speedy, who knows? But her just shooting that gun, I think shows that she's a different character. So, please tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I thought this was a very good character development episode that we needed. I thought the whole episode was very tense, and I'm going to give this 4.5 stars. Really liked it. I don't know if I can give 5 because like nothing really totally shocked me, but it's a really, really good, you know, penultimate episode. Enjoyed it to the fullest. Can't wait until next week. I think next week we're going to be doing a live show. I just have to talk to everybody about it. That's going to be part of the show. We've talked that we're going to do a live show, but I got to make sure if Wednesday's okay. But I definitely want to do it right after the episode. I'm going to do a review obviously for the last episode, but we will have a live show with all our reviewers talking about the season in general. So we're going to do that. So look forward to that on my channel. Yeah, so please tell me in the comments below what you thought. tell me your predictions for the next episode. I think, before I go, I think predictions is we're going to get some undertones of League of Assassins. I've been saying this. I think we're going to get League of Assassins for the next season, especially since we're building that up. Also want to mention the Kate Spencer reference. That was awesome, but then she died. I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that, since she's kind of like a big character in the comics. I didn't expect her to die, but it's cool that we had that reference of her. But if you're a Kate Spencer fan, sorry guys. But yeah, so going back to what I think the finale is going to happen, League of Assassins undertones, we're going to see Nyssa, we're going to see Malcolm, and all these characters. Will we see Ra's al Ghul? I think by the end we will, because Stephen Amell said by the end of the episode you're going to say, where the hell am I? And I have a feeling Oliver is going to somehow end up at the League. That's my prediction. And I think Slade is going to die, but then come back with the Lazarus Pit, because that's a really cool way to bring the League of Assassins. Again, I think the League of Assassins is going to be next season, especially since we had Slade undertones in the first season, and then he was the villain for season 2, League of Assassins undertone season 3 villain. That would be pretty interesting. So, Lazarus Pit, I think so. I don't think we'll see Connor Hawke at any time right now. I think that was just a reference from last episode, or 2 episodes ago. So those are my guesses. I think it's League of Assassins, my guess. But please tell me in the comments below what you thought. And this is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Random Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later.